Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us here today at the graduation of the state of Nevada's newest peace officers. I'm Sergeant Sean Fleur, Academy Commander for the Nevada Department of Corrections Employee Management Division here in Carson City. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please stand and remove your hats for the posting of the colors and to remain standing for the national anthem.
Left, right. Honor guard. Halt. Post. Colors. Recover. Honor guard, uniform staff. Present. Out. Order. Out. Honor guard. Right. Peace. Forward. March. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left.
Thank you. Everyone now may be seated. Now, I would like to introduce our graduating class.
Cadets, are you mentally prepared to accept your duties as Category 3 Peace Officer?
Cadets, are you physically prepared to accept your duty as peace officers?
Cadet, right, face. Forward, now.
Rector Zurinda, I present to you our graduating class. Class, present arms. Class, order arms.
Senior Officer Zufelt, Officer Omler, is this class prepared to become peace officers today?
Sergeant, this class is mentally prepared to accept their duties.
Sergeant, this class is physically prepared to assume their duties.
Senior Zufelt, Officer Omler, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation for your tireless dedication, countless hours, and steadfast commitment in preparing these cadets for their roles as correctional officers. Your professionalism, consistency, and passion for training has been exemplary throughout this journey. You have invested your time, energy, and expertise into shaping this class, and the outcome is a direct reflection of your efforts. You may now retire. Class, take your seats. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests. NDOC Director James Arenda, Deputy Director of Programs Emily Test, not here. Deputy Director of Prison Industries William Quenga, Pershing County Sheriff Jerry Allen, Warden John Henley, Northern Nevada Correctional Center, Warden Nathania Breitenbach, Lovelock Correctional Center, Associate Warden Banu Clark, Northern Nevada Correctional Center, Administrative Services Officer 4, Venus Fajota. And in the front here, we have Employee Development Manager Chad Venters, Sergeant Christopher Herzog, Criminal Investigator Gerardo Bancaleri. From Lakes Crossing, we have Lieutenant David Golish, Forensic Supervisor Hercules Ward, and Lyon County Undersheriff Mitch Brinton. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today. Graduation isn't just a ceremony, it's a powerful testament to what can be accomplished through perseverance and purpose. Class, each of you has faced your own unique challenges, whether physical, mental, or deeply personal. There were moments when the burden may have felt overwhelming, when doubt crept in, but you didn't quit, you showed up, and you pushed forward. All of you made the choice to grow, to improve, and to rise above. That kind of commitment, that resilience, is something no one can ever take from you. Today marks a significant milestone in your life, but more importantly, it reflects the kind of person you've become. Resilient, determined, and prepared to serve with honor. You are not just beginning a career, you are answering a calling that requires strength, compassion, and unwavering integrity. My training staff and I have witnessed your growth, not just in skill, but in confidence and character, and we couldn't be prouder of each of you. And I know your families and loved ones feel the same. Over the past 11 weeks, these cadets have dedicated themselves fully to earning the title of Peace Officer in the great state of Nevada. They immerse themselves in laws and regulations that most people will never need to know, train rigorously in defensive tactics and firearms, and develop the ability to think clearly and critically under pressure. Most importantly, they learn to carry themselves with professionalism and discipline and pride. Now it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Venters. He is going to do our affirmation of faith.
Good morning, everybody. I'll be filling in for Chaplain Dyer, who was unable to be here with us today, but for you cadets. Chaplain Dyer is adamant about your well-being as well, and he would want me to tell all of you that his door is always open or his email is available, regardless of what institution you are part of. So please, if you need someone to listen, he's there as a resource for you. So if you would, please join me in a moment of prayer. And if you're not a person who prays, that's okay too. Your positive thoughts and your good vibes for the future of our officers here means the world to us. So thank you. God, we are so grateful that this group has come through all of the challenges from this academy and that they have chosen to serve their communities through the process of being an officer. We ask that you will guide them in their careers, that you will be with their families as well, as this is a difficult field to be in, but it's also deeply rewarding. We ask that you will give them the wisdom to utilize the tools that they were taught, to be ever teachable, and to grow in their work, to remember their physical tools, to remember to always be at their very best through their ethics, their integrity, their honesty, and to always remember that there is hope in this. There is hope with each other. There is hope with you. We are so grateful for this group, and we are grateful for the future of the Department of Corrections. Thank you so much. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Ventures. It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker, Pershing County Sheriff Jerry Allen. Sheriff Allen started his career with 1.5 years in the reserves before joining the Pershing County Sheriff's Office in 2002. Sheriff Allen started his career full-time as a detention deputy before working his way up to patrol and then promoting to sergeant in 2005. Sheriff Allen spent the next 10 years providing supervision for patrol, detention, and search and rescue, and was also assigned as the youth resource deputy to the local school district for a year. In 2015, Sheriff Allen was elected to the Pershing County Sheriff, where he served dutifully since his election.
Apparently I was doing it wrong. Do I have to start over? No, I'm good? Okay. All right. I do consider it an honor to be here to talk to new cadets, to talk to in front of some of you that are been in this career field longer than I have. So thank you to the director, to all the associate wardens and all the wardens that are here, the academy staff that has brought this academy to where it is today. I wish to extend a heartfelt congratulations to you all. You're embarking on a very, very honorable career. You've just completed the first of many trainings in your career field. Some say, some of us that are older would say this is the easiest training you've been through, depending on which career field you take from here. Some may be true, maybe not. But it doesn't diminish the 10 to 11 weeks that you guys have already put in. As Sergeant said, you guys have all overcome either personal, emotional, physical issues that you may all have academically, and you've all overcome your individual challenges and are here to graduate today. Most of my time when I give a speech, I focus on trust, honor, or ethics as the main topic of my speech, because those are all foundational cornerstones of a good law enforcement career. They're foundations for a good person, but they're also good for a law enforcement career. I will discuss these later, but today I want to focus on family. Teddy Roosevelt said, "The foundational stone of national life is the family, and unless that foundation stone is firm and solid, there's nothing upon which to build." We all have family to an extent. Some good, some leave something to be desired. You all most likely have someone here that's a family member or a friend of the family to help you celebrate your accomplishments. They're here because they're proud of the decisions you've made. They're proud of your life choice. They're proud of your accomplishments. They're proud of the honor and integrity you've shown to leave the comfort of your family home and go to your assigned facilities to what will become your work family. We thank you for answering this call. This career is not for the faint of heart. You'll encounter some very decent people, but you will also be exposed to some people who are the most challenging in society. You'll have to leave your home filled with the people you love and go to the agency and work with your other family to deal with the portion of society that at times appears they want to make it their goal in life to refuse to conform or comply with societal norms, societal rules. This will be the tough part of any given day. You'll heed this call numerous times over your career, and rarely will you be thanked or exalted for what you do. It will become the standard by which you live. Your thanks will be returning to your family, seeing the smiles of your children and your spouses when you return home. The demands from both families will have some similarities. You'll be charged with the care of other people besides yourself. Sometimes it's hard enough to take care of ourselves, but now you're going to have to take care of other people. You'll need to enforce a set of rules against others. You'll have to determine what another person needs to adequately survive in the environment they're in. You'll have to make decisions for those who are either legally not able to make those decisions or lack the moral fortitude to make a reasonable decision. You'll have to determine if their behavior is within the parameters set to be seen as following those rules and standards. You'll have to determine if those who are violating the rules and standards set forth deserve certain levels of discipline, and who needs to enforce that discipline, whether it's you or a superior officer. If you're the one to enforce that discipline, you must do it with a measure of compassion, but also with clarity that this discipline is to serve a purpose, whether it's deterrent from future violations or outright punishment for wrongdoing. For your profession, you'll need to balance your decisions based on guidance from the training you've just received over the last 10 weeks, the U.S. Constitution, the Nevada Constitution, Nevada law, case law, internal policy and procedures, and your honor and integrity. Often making these decisions in less time than it takes to blink an eye. And then when you make that decision, you must stand up to the scrutiny of your administrators and the courts. Sounds like a great time, right? That's why everybody wants to be a corrections officer. Don't let that get you down, though, because your NDOC family, many of whom are here, your other law enforcement family, who is here as well, are poised and ready to continue your training and provide you the skills necessary to make those decisions and more, to make them educated, to make firm decisions, to make them guided on the standards of which you've been trained, and to make those decisions quickly and have them hold up to your administration and the courts. This family, your NDOC family, will be your support system for the next 30 or so years until you retire, until you can enjoy a well-deserved day off. All of this is important work and can be very rewarding if you allow it to be. However, the larger and more important part of your support system will be the family who's here today and the friends who are here today that have helped start and push you through this journey. You'll have many tough days filled with the worst parts of society and things that you don't want to ever talk about again. It's common for law enforcement officers at this point to shut down in an effort to save everyone else from what we've experienced. The worst part is when we shut down emotionally, we push our family away, the very support structure we need to help us through this, often unintentionally because we don't want to hurt them. They trust us to provide for their safety by leaving our homes and keeping those in society from causing further harm to the rest of society. In exchange, we do not show them the same trust and empathy for shutting down. We don't show them the same trust and empathy to share with them the reason we're shutting down. And you're going to have to find a reasonable way to deal with this. It's not difficult. It's going to take some fortitude. You and your family deserve it, and you'll be better off for it. You'll not be able to share specifics of the events of the day, but you will be able to share enough to let them know that you need support and that they're going to need it as well. You'll also need to care for them during their struggles, because all families have struggles. All families have things that they need to deal with. But you'll also need to be there for them without treating them as one of the inmates you just left your other family for. You have to find that balance. The longer your career, sometimes the more difficult that becomes. The lines between work and home become blurred, start to overlap, but it's very important to cherish and protect the family you come home to at the end of each shift. They are going to be your support in the aftermath. They are going to be there for you till the end. Make sure you're there for them, because they need your support as well. Go to as many birthday parties as you can. Make it to their sporting events, school plays, vacations, tea parties. Yes, those of you that have daughters, go to the tea parties. Sometimes they have the most creative finger foods you can think of. Make sure you make it. Fishing and hunting trips, outings, other family gatherings. You won't make them all. No career field in this world allows you to make them all, but make as many as you can. Those are going to be important. Make time to be there and make that time special. You and your family will be more blessed for it. Thomas Jefferson stated, "It is in the love of one's family only that heartfelt happiness is known." Take care and protect your families. Both are important. Your NDOC family will be here for your career and some afterwards. You've probably made some good friends. You've probably made some long-lasting friendships. Along the way, you'll make some more. But your family from home is there during and long after this career and for the remainder of your lifetime. Treat them both right, and you'll have a very rewarding career and a happy retirement. Thank you again for the honor to come and share some time with you, some words with you. Congratulations on your achievements so far. May God bless you all, keep you all safe, and may your honor and integrity keep you going forward in your respective choices in your career fields from here on out. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At this time, I would like to introduce Benu Clark from Northern Nevada Correctional Center, who will be conducting our oath of office. Class, please come to attention and raise your right hand. Sorry.
Morning, everybody. I state your name.
I, Kate County. I, Priscilla Avila.
I, Rafael Rojas. I, Joshua Bacon. I, Vincent Ortez. I, Logan Ozenzo. I, Donald Lee. I, Ethan Richardson. I, Eric Slater. I, Ryan Moreno. I, Anthony Sampson. I, David Leon. I, Max Beck.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States of America
the Constitution and government of the United States of America
and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada
and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada
against all enemies, whether domestic or foreign,
against all enemies, whether domestic or foreign,
and that I will bear true faith, allegiance, and loyalty to the same.
and I will bear true faith, allegiance, and loyalty to the same,
Of any ordinance, resolution, or law
of any ordinance, resolution, or law
of any state notwithstanding,
of any state notwithstanding,
and that I will faithfully perform all duties
and I will faithfully perform all duties
of the position of peace officer in the state of Nevada,
of the position of police officer in the state of Nevada,
on which I am about to enter.
on which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, sir. Now it is the time that we all waited for. I would like to invite our distinguished guests to the front of their tables for the badge pinning ceremony. I would like to also add to the friends and family in the audience, when you hear your officer's name called, you are more than welcome to come up and take a picture as they get their badge pinned. At this time, I will be calling our newest officers and have them come up and get their badges pinned. Peyton Pounding, Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Officer Pounding will have her badge pinned by her father, Ben Pounding, who is a veteran of the United States Army. Priscilla Avila, Northern Nevada Correctional Center.
If you're taking pictures, you can come on up too. No big deal if you want to come up with pictures.
Rafael Rojas, Lovelock Correctional Center. Joshua Bacon, Lovelock Correctional Center. Vincent Ortez, Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Logan Nasenzo, Lovelock Correctional Center. Donald Bateman, Lovelock Correctional Center. Did you want to come up? Ethan Richardson, Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Officer Richardson will have his badge pinned by his father, Dell Richardson, who is a retired deputy chief of the Washoe County School Police. Eric Slater, Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Brian Lorena, Lakes Crossing. Anthony Sampson, Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Davida Tulahali Inye, Lovelock Correctional Center. Officer Tulahali Inye will have his badge pinned by his wife, Carissa Tulahali Inye, who is a parole and probation officer with the Nevada Department of Public Safety. Congratulations. Max Beck, Lyon County. Deputy Beck will have his badge pinned by his brother, Lyon County Deputy Ben Beck. Officers, half left face. I would like to have everyone please join me in welcoming our newest peace officers in the state of Nevada. Officers, half right face. You may be seated. It is now my privilege to present our achievement awards. Our cadets qualify with 3 weapons: the Glock 17, a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, a .223 caliber Ruger Mini 14 rifle, and a Penn Arms 40mm launcher. Observed during this class were the aspects of the range to include the following of instructions and the following of safety fundamentals and guidelines while in the live range. Our top shot for this class with 100% on the Mini 14 and 100% on the Glock 17 goes to Officer Joshua Bacon. Our students take 8 academic tests and a comprehensive final exam, which they must at least score 80% to pass. These tests are difficult and cover a full range of topics taught in the 10-week program. This group performed very well, achieving an overall average of 89.51%. The top academic award for this class, with an overall average of 95.61%, goes to Deputy Max Beck. Additionally, we asked the Academy to vote on a class leader, someone who stepped up and helped out others, someone who was not afraid to take control of situations that may have arisen. The leadership award for this class goes to Deputy Max Beck. At this time, we will have Deputy Beck present his class speech.
Thank you, Sergeant Floor, and thank you everyone for being here today. I really want to emphasize that. Thank you. For the long nights, the weekends home, I'm sure my fellow cadets, now officers, thanked you. But just in case they didn't, thank you. For the support that helped us persevere, for understanding all of the long nights, muttering to ourselves, trying to memorize prison rules and regulations, after the umpteenth long run of the week, when we were tired or sore or even grumpy, after we spent 8 hours every day listening to PowerPoints and didn't have room to listen anymore, after a particularly loud day of being reminded that there is in fact a right way to do something and wanting to complain about it, you were there. You were there for 11 weeks with a holiday almost every Thursday, most of them sandwiched by cardio, some of them sandwiched with OC. That's when they spray us in the face with the peppers. You were there, and your support means the world to us. To our incredible instructors, you not only signed up for a very difficult, thankless job, but you've persevered through it for years. The offenders you've met and will continue to meet have surely never thanked you for your I'm tripping on my words, I'm sorry. For the professional behavior you all exemplify. And I know that we weren't exactly the easiest class to work with, and we definitely never thanked you for any push-ups, so let me correct that. Thank you. Sergeant Floor, for the over 2,000 4-count jumping jacks, thank you. Officer Omler, for the push-ups that you counted quickly, and sometimes not so quickly, arms burning, recover, thank you. Senior Zufeld, for all of the creative ways you thought of to correct our behavior, flutter kicks, sprints, circuits, thank you. Of course, it wouldn't be PT without some running, followed by some more running, and maybe just a little bit more running before we hit our app work. Dr. Venters, thank you for putting the love of running into us, or at least trying. It's not all yelling and sweating, though. Countless things are happening behind the scenes. Sergeant Herzog, for all of the paperwork you helped us through, especially timesheets and pay stubs, thank you. I'm sure we'd all still be here doing this anyways, but getting paid is nice. Lieutenant Malm, you've assembled a great team. Oh, there you are. So I wanted to make eye contact. You've assembled a great team, and it's been a pleasure working with them. You've all brought really excellent stories to the classroom on top of a wealth of experience. Thank you. And I'm almost done talking, I promise. One group of people we haven't thanked yet are our guest instructors. From an impressive array of backgrounds, they came to teach us things. Nurses and psychiatrists telling us it's okay to communicate. Defensive tactics instructors teaching us how to throw each other safely. Firearms instructors with incredible accuracy and an even more impressive safety mindset. If there was an expert available, they were the ones who taught us. Thank you all for taking the time. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, my fellow cadets, now officers, thank you for coming together as a team, pushing each other, and never giving up. You're all here to support them, so I don't need to tell you how incredible they all are. Instead, we have a short video prepared by Officer Pounding to demonstrate that. Thank you all for your time. Please enjoy the video.
During every academy, we ask our cadets to recognize the instructors who made a meaningful impact on their journey. We are fortunate to have a number of dedicated guest instructors from across the department who contribute their time, knowledge, and experience to ensure our cadets receive the highest quality training. Many of these instructors show up not only on their scheduled work days, but often on their days off, simply because they believe in the mission and the importance of preparing the next generation of officers. Our academic instructor for this academy is Sergeant Bernard Brady from Northern Nevada Correctional Center. Sergeant Brady could not join us today, but he wanted to thank this class for the recognition, and he wishes them well in their new career. Our tactical instructor for this academy is Criminal Investigator Gerardo Bancaleri from the Office of the Inspector General. In 2018, Criminal Investigator Bancaleri began his career with the Arizona Department of Corrections, determined to make a difference. He worked with specialized units such as the Tactical Support Unit, where he learned the value of teamwork and discipline under pressure. In 2019, he served as a sergeant with the Special Security Unit, overseeing staff and monitoring security threat groups, protecting the safety and integrity of the institutions. In 2021, Gerardo continued his journey with the Nevada Department of Corrections. After a year of hard work, he was honored to be recognized and recruited to the Correctional Emergency Response Team at High Desert State Prison. That opportunity reinforced his belief that commitment and perseverance opens doors. Today, Bancaleri proudly serves in the Office of the Inspector General, continuing his mission to uphold integrity and accountability. Every step of his journey has reinforced what he believes. Growth comes from challenges, and success comes from never giving up. His advice is simple: stay focused, keep learning, and you can achieve more than you imagined. Thank you both for taking the time to teach our cadets. We greatly appreciate it. Our closing remarks today will be made by Director James Zarenda. Director James Zarenda started as a correctional officer in Connecticut and worked his way through the ranks, eventually becoming the commissioner for the Connecticut Department of Corrections. He has been responsible for running jails and correctional facilities all over the country, to include New York and Las Vegas. He was the director of the NDOC from 2016 to 2019, and was asked to come back as director by Governor Lombardo in 2003.
All right, first of all, congratulations, that's foremost. Welcome to a career. You're going to be very proud of where you can take yourself. It's not always a great day. You have good days, you have bad days, but in general, you will know you're going to be proud of what you do. People that you live around in your community will know what you do, and know that you are part of this huge law enforcement community around the country. I've worked 6 different law enforcement agencies, from Connecticut Department of Corrections, New York City Department of Corrections, Fairfield County Sheriff's Office in Connecticut, Nassau County Sheriff in New York, North Las Vegas Department of Corrections in the city of North Las Vegas, and here in Nevada Department of Corrections. And I'll tell you what I see as what is always the same, no matter where you work, is you're in constant change. Everything changes all the time, and you have to stay up on change. New things that I've never even heard, and this includes myself, learning things that I've never knew existed in the Department of Corrections or in law enforcement. You're talking about AI, you're talking about the ways that we see with drones, the way we drone detection, the way things come in and out of the prison systems that are good, the contraband. But anyway, you have to stay on top of everything that comes up new. There's never enough training. Training is consistent. You're going to see it every single year, constantly doing training, and you'll never have enough training. But you need to stay up on what's happening in your community and what's happening in the prison system or the counties that you work in. Everything that you do as a correctional officer or jail or working in any type of law enforcement agency affects your community. Doesn't matter what you do. Whatever you do good will have a good impact in the community. If you do something bad, it could have a negative impact on what happens when, even in the prison system, when offenders are being released. If we don't do a good job on what we do with changing behaviors, your families feel it because they go back out into the communities and they recidivate or they start victimizing over again. We have to know that our job is that important to change behaviors, but also with each other. You got to make sure you're covering each other's backs, making sure that when you come into a unit, if you see something that's not right, you tell your fellow brother or sister officer that you're working with to make sure that each other is going to be safe. Making sure that when you come to your job, you remain professional all the time. Remember where you work, remember who you are, and remember what your badge resembles. And like I usually tell every class is, when I talk about those in the community that know where you work, they probably will, your neighbors probably won't know your name, but they'll tell you where you work. And anything that happens to you out in the community, especially if it's bad, it represents all of us. So just remember that even off the job, when you're out in the community, you represent the family of corrections or where you're working. And if you do something that's not right in the community, it goes right out into social media or in the newspapers or the news that Department of Corrections did this. You're not only by yourself, you represent all of us. Just remember that with protecting your uniform, making sure that you understand the respect that you need to have for the badge and that we're all together on this. Good or bad, we do this together. Anyway, I just want to make sure I welcome you all and making sure the families also know that they have a part in your career as well, because there's going to be times you're not going to be going home. You're going to be ordered to work. It could be on a birthday party. It could be on a birth. It could be on a holiday. If you're going to be working, your families may not be seeing you certain times of the year that they're used to seeing you during the celebrations. And the families have to realize that your commitment to corrections is the commitment to all of us in the community and to your families as well. The last thing I want to tell you is look out for your well-being, making sure that your mental health is okay. If you see any of your fellow partners that you're working with having concerns or issues about their health or well-being, make sure you do something about it. Look out for each other, make sure that everyone's going to be okay, and that we have to make sure that we all come to work, leave safe, but also go home and be healthy in our minds as well. But anyway, welcome to the corrections or to your departments where you're going. Great career, like I said. It can bring you in multiple different places where you never expect to go. But also, if you remember to stay professional, stay on your training and all the changes that happen in your career, you'll be very successful and will be proud of yourselves when it comes time for retirement. Anyway, welcome to all of you and best wishes to the best in your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. As we bring this ceremony to a close, I want to take a moment to recognize not only our graduates, but also the families and loved ones who stood beside them through these past 11 demanding weeks. Let's be honest, you probably heard all about the early mornings, the endless drills, the long runs, and yes, the complaints that came with them. But you never wavered. To the spouses, parents, children, and friends, thank you. Thank you for your patience and encouragement for enduring the complaints of sore muscles, the constant retrieval of ice packs, and the late nights of endless studying and the occasional questioning of life choices. Your support has been just as essential to this journey as the training itself. To our graduates, you've earned this moment. Take it in, be proud. But understand, this isn't the finish line. It's the starting point. Ahead of you lie long shifts, sleepless nights, missed holidays, and more overtime than you probably imagined. But with all that comes something greater, purpose. You've chosen a path that demands strength, sacrifice, and integrity. The badge you now wear is more than a symbol. It's a promise to serve, to protect, and to lead with honor. There will be days when the weight of the job feels heavy, when that stress, fatigue, and frustration creep in. In those moments, remember you are not alone. Lean on your fellow officers. Trust your training, and never forget about the people waiting for you at home, the ones who supported you from day one. Make time for them and take care of yourself too. This profession is not suited for the faint of heart. It is demanding, unyielding, and grounded in reality. You did not pursue this career for its ease, but because of its profound importance. You are now a member of a distinguished fraternity and sorority that upholds the foundations of our justice system, often operating behind the scenes, yet playing an indispensable role. Congratulations, class. Stay sharp, stay strong, and look out for one another, so at the end of every shift, we all make it home. At this time, I would like everyone to stand for the retrieval of our colors.
Left, right. Honor guard. Halt. Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Retrieve. Comes. Left. Haste. Forward. March. Left, right, left. Left, right, left.
Class, congratulations, you're officially dismissed.